Why are we all so burnout and what can we do about it? That's what I want to talk about today. I've been having a lot of conversation noticing this trend, really going back the last few years. We're just all burnt out and trying to get to the bottom of it because these conversations are important, right? And so this video today is going to be, it's not going to be as educational from a technical standpoint, but it is going to cover some real tangible things that we can do in our financial situation to try to eliminate this feeling of burnout, anxiety, overwhelm, whatever you want to call it. So stay with me on this video here. But, I'm hearing things in conversations like, I don't want to work like this anymore. I deserve a better existence. These are all conversations I've had in the last few months. And I find myself on a certain day feeling overwhelmed too. So you're not alone if this hits home. But there are some things that we can do to try to get to the bottom of this and eliminate that feeling of burnout, right? Some real tangible things. And it relates back to money because money it's not a separate part of your life. Everything is tied together. So the choices you make with your finances impact all those decisions in your personal life, as well as your professional and your money situation. First of all, what's the source of this burnout, this anxiety? It seems to hit people in their 40s and 50s really hard. And I think the reason is this, we've gotten to a point in our life and our careers where you've had success, right? You want to build on that success. We put a lot of internal pressure. So a lot of this pressure might be self-inflicted versus environmental. Some of it is environmental, depending on what type of job you have. Some things are really demanding, but a lot of times it's our own self putting this pressure back inside, and then we really feel it. The other part of it is, outside of having success at your career, moving forward, there's a lot going on at home, right? Family life is busy. I don't know about you guys, but the demands for kids these days, just the stress they put on them in the school systems, completely overwhelming. And it's just a bit much, right? So there's all that pressure going on from the school side of things, extracurricular activities, anything you want to do to keep up with family and friends, right? There's just a lot of stress and pressure, right? And then with that comes expense, right? There's also the financial aspect of this where things have gotten so much more expensive, right? Cost of living has increased, as we all know, and things just cost a lot of money. So it all just kind of snowballs. All three of those things kind of work together. And I think it's creating this feeling of overwhelm and burnout across the board for a lot of people. So what can we do about it, right? That's kind of what we want to talk about. It comes down to this. There's three things that we can really do to tackle burnout effectively, okay? The first one is just take a step back. That's the very first thing we can do is take a step back, look at your situation, think about your ambitions, think about that pressure you're putting on yourself. Does it match your values, right? Does that match what's truly important to you? Or is it just this idea we've created in our head? We want to continue to push for what's next, for more growth. Okay. So, and along with that goes expectations, right? So what are your expectations? Are they realistic? What's really possible within your situation, right? Do they match that ambition? Or are you just putting this undue stress on yourself for not great reasons, okay? The second part of it is create a clear picture of your financial situation. I know this sounds like a no-brainer, but you got to take a step back, look at how much income you have coming in, where you're directing it, take a look at your balance sheet. What are your investments doing? Are you on track, right? If you look at all that, you do a little bit of analysis, are you on track for your goals for the future? It's super empowering when you're able to do this. And the third thing is, don't be afraid to make changes. Don't be afraid to be creative in your situation. Nothing is permanent. You may think you're kind of locked into the job, to the career, whatever it might be at the moment, but there's always an opportunity to be creative if you're truly feeling that overwhelmed, that anxious, that burnout. So don't be afraid to be creative and look for alternatives. Like I said, at the end of the day, I think this is one thing I've realized. Everyone comes to the same conclusion of what's truly important. Okay, it just takes some folks longer to get there than others, right? There's only so much accumulation we can do. So it really comes back to what is most important to you, having that mindset, taking that step back, looking at all the blessings and things that are going on within your life, and then approaching anxiety and burnout from that angle. It gives you a breath of fresh air, right? Frankly, it does. I hope this has given you an opportunity to think through some of these bigger questions and provide some context around why you might be feeling overwhelmed, anxiety, burnout, whatever you want to call it. It's not permanent, right? So your situation is never permanent. You're in control of it, but having the information, having a plan, it gives you power around not just your finances, but your personal situation. So take the time to answer these questions, and If you need help, obviously we're here to be a resource for you. If you found value, if you found some insight in this video, would appreciate if you go ahead and give us a like and subscribe to the channel.